Fun story time. Right, okay. Watching NXT, Hank and Tank come out. They go to what seems to be a commercial break. I thought, right, I don't want to miss their tag match. I'm going to go to the bathroom. I missed The Undertaker! An unadvertised appearance tonight by the dead man, as he would call NXT Oba Femi's yard now. But he was here to give Oba a warning. He has some guys coming up from LFG who are looking for Oba's spot, and they would appear behind Oba Femi. A great way to introduce them to NXT television. Honestly, I saw this, like, literally the final second of it. WWE luckily posted this onto social media immediately, but my gosh, what a cool moment for Oba Femi. This is things you might have missed from WWE NXT. Make sure you hit the like button, and if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button too. The TNA World Heavyweight Champion Joe Hendry would show up at the very start of NXT this week with something important to say. The commentary team would establish very quickly that Joe Hendry suffered some kind of shoulder injury, obviously at the TNA pay-per-view Sunday night. But that's kind of why Joe Hendry was here. He wanted to talk about Trick Williams, who showed up on TNA on Sunday and laid out Joe Hendry. It was nice to see the angry side of Joe Hendry in WWE. We haven't seen this yet. Obviously, you see it in TNA once in a while, but we haven't seen it in WWE, so that was good. What was shocking, though, was the appearance of Darkstate, and much better presentation than last week as they attacked Joe Hendry. Got to ask the question, though. We wondered before Stand and Deliver, with them attacking Joe Hendry, the enemy of Trick Williams? Could it be that Trick is the leader of Darkstate, maybe? Ricky Saints would win the match tonight, beating Lexis King to retain his North American Championship. This was the first match of the night, and I wasn't actually that hyped for it, but genuinely it turned out to be a really good match. These two had good chemistry in the ring, I can't lie about that. Very good, and I'd like to see it again. The Don was back tonight on NXT, and he genuinely looked heartbroken. Him and Channing Stax Lorenzo, childhood friends, now bitter enemies. Tony D'Angelo would confirm that Adriana Rizzo is in hiding, and nobody has heard from Luca Crucifino. So a definite hint there that Stax did end Luca last week in the desert, so ouch, R.I.P. dude. Stax would send security to the ring though, but he would appear on the screen at a bridge. Is that the same bridge that they threw 2 dimes off of? I think it is, you know. Importantly here, Stax was saying, you know what, Tony, you wasn't fit to lead the family. But now he's trying to implement paranoia to the Don, saying, who can you even trust? Can Tony even trust his own family at this point? The security Stax sent out there tried to attack Tony, but Tony would stand tall and say if Stax wants to become the Don, he has to show up and try and take it. I really wonder if Stax is implying the truth to Tony D'Angelo, because let's be fair, the heavies that are behind Tony, they're not wrestlers, they're not going to be part of this storyline, I don't believe, in a major way. Imagine if Luca Crucifino isn't dead, right? Imagine if Stax has sort of convinced him to now work with him, but Tony thinks he's gone. Rizzo, we know she spoke about her relationship with Stax last week. Yes, she's been sent into hiding. What if she has sympathy with Stax? What if the family does turn on the Don? The word cinema does get thrown around a lot nowadays with pro wrestling, but genuinely tonight I believe this was cinema. This was tense. It felt real. The animosity was there. The paranoia was there. It invoked emotion and it invoked your attention. That's exactly what it should do.
Who the are you?
Right, you guys in the comment section, you're going to have to help me. Who the bloody hell are these people? Honestly, I don't know if this was a Netflix thing where they cut like the audio, didn't show graphic, but they sort of just cut to people sitting in the crowd. Didn't give an entrance to Karmen Petrovic, but they was able to continue to show you these people in the crowd. But no one told me who the hell they are, so I don't know if that was a Netflix thing. No idea. Let me know if you know who they are in the comments down below. Sol Ruca would be successful tonight in a match defeating Karmen Petrovic, but afterwards, Karmen would lay out Ashante the Adonis. It looks like they've finally broken up. You know what? This is fine. I know a lot of people actually like the pairing of these two. I was never a fan of it. I don't think it actually gelled. I don't think it worked at all. So I'm actually excited to see where this goes now for Karmen. But on the topic of breakups, the reunion tonight of Meta 4 was cut very short as they agreed to go their separate ways. Genuinely shocked by this. Obviously, Oro Mensah's been doing a lot in Evolve recently. Noam Dar's been out injured. He just returned last week to win the Heritage Cup. And I honestly thought the Meta Girls would stay as a tag team, but from this segment, it doesn't seem so. It seems like Jakara and Lash are going off their separate ways as well, which is actually really shocking because there is a distinct lack of actual women's tag teams in the women's tag team division, and you've got a great tag team right there. You're just gonna split them up. Okay, got to bring attention to this. Look at the side-eye here from Zarya to Sol Ruca. Obviously, Sol Ruca, the women's North American champion. And look at Zarya. Multiple times you see Zarya looking at this championship belt. Is there a turning coming? Is this going to be a thing in the future? You know what? It makes the most sense, in all honesty. I'm down for it. No doubt about it, Trick Williams is a heel in NXT. Coming out, basically calling himself Hollywood, comparing himself to The Rock, to John Cena, saying while he's Hollywood, Joe Hendry is local talent. Calling himself the biggest star in NXT, and after Sunday, the biggest star in TNA. Once again, he wants the NXT Championship, and Ava would say, you want the shot, you got it. Next week, there's going to be a battle royal, and if Trick Williams can survive 24 other men, he'll face Oba Femi at Battleground. They did show the graphic of who will be in the Battle Royal, but note there's only 23 entrants listed here, so there will be 2 surprises. Who that will be, we don't know. But looking at this, who's legitimately going to win it? Who's going to main event Battleground? It's going to be Trick Williams, isn't it? An outsider choice, maybe Ethan Page, but I really don't think so. It's going to be Trick, so hopefully the other 2 entrants are big deals to kind of make this less predictable. Totally deserving, Hank and Tank would retain the NXT Tag Team Championships tonight, defeating Josh Briggs and Inamura. And it now looks like Hank and Tank are going to team with Joe Hendry against Darkstate. I'm down with that. I think this is a great pairing. I want to see it. Much like I've wanted to see this for months, Chase University is back, and tonight we learnt, don't be like Chad. Don't be a snitch and don't ask any questions. Chase U is back. New students, new university. Let's see what happens. Honestly, this fun, isn't it? Why not? I'm down for Chase U. The Culling was in a vignette tonight, as all of them have been unsuccessful recently. Sean Spears didn't seemingly get angry. He's trying to focus them. He wants them to go and achieve their dreams, achieve their destinies of winning gold. I honestly really like the vibe the Culling gives off. I think it's a really good group. I think it's got a lot of potential. I think it just needs a bit more gelling. Do you know what I mean? The Women's World Champion, Io Sky, was tonight in the main event of NXT, teaming with Jordynne Grace, taking on Roxanne Perez and Giulia. I feel like more people should be talking about that guy in the background celebrating with Io tonight. That was brilliant. But this was a really fun main event. It's great to have some continuity from a storyline that's happening on Raw, also playing out in a kind of way on NXT. I like to see that. Io would get the win tonight for her team, pinning Roxanne Perez. I still think we're going to get Io and Rhea versus Roxanne and Giulia. That makes sense. But we did find out as NXT was going off the air that next week we're going to be getting Jordynne Grace versus Giulia one-on-one. And the winner will face Stephanie Vaquer at Battleground. Much better episode of NXT this week compared to last week. This felt like a post-WrestleMania NXT. Genuinely lots of fun. 8 out of 10 from me. Let me know your thoughts, as always, in the comment section down below. If you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, like the video, share the video, and I'll catch you next time. Peace!